Hello and welcome everyone, I am Madals and welcome to another StarCraft 2 England cast. Today guys, I've got a ladder match. It is between Ourk, the red Protoss player in the top right position, who is up against BabyKnight, the blue Protoss in the lower left. Now, BabyKnight should be really well known to everyone, he's absolutely awesome. Ourk is a UK based StarCraft 2 player who is pretty damn fine as well. So these two, I think they're both GM. If not, it's GM and really high masters, so they are both in tip-top shape, so we should see a good PvP here. Now, obviously, the map is Cloud Kingdom. What does that have in store for us? Well, really the important thing to note is this area. There's a lot of a cliff space here, so something like Blinkstalkers is possible. It's something always to be thinking about. Other than that, well, strategy in PvP ranges everywhere from a Nexus first, 1 gate Nexus, a 4 gate all in, anything and everything is viable, which is why it's a really fun matchup to watch actually, and something that I'm really looking forward to. Let me say guys, obviously if you're going to be at I-47, then I shall see you there. Because obviously Insomnia 47 is the UK's biggest gaming festival. I'm there, I'm doing some casting, I'm doing some observing of games, and generally going to be having an absolute baller time. So do make sure that if you're going to that, say hi. And if you can't go there, then make sure that you do tune into the stream. It will be going from Friday all the way through until the 2nd of December. So yeah, check it out. It's going to be baller. And also make sure you follow me on Twitter as well to know when games and shiz go live. And then we can all go and hang out and party and watch some awesome StarCraft 2. The Dignitas guys are going to be there, etc. So it should be really pretty good fun to watch. Anyway, first variation so far. 1 gas out of Ourk, 2 gas out of BabyKnight. So these two very different builds. Now, obviously, what does 2 gas say to me? 2 gas says, I am teching. I'm going to be getting tech. 1 gas says to me is, I may be going to 4 gate you. Sorry. Basically, that's what 1 gas says, is like, it's going to be a 4 gate possibly. Otherwise, it's just like, to get warp gate tech out, maybe I'm going to expand, maybe I'm not going to do anything too risky. But generally speaking, the big concern you're going to have is a 4 gate. But no, they're going down the 2nd gas, so everything's fine. Just slightly less speedy. I'm going to get a few more minerals out. Should mean that Ourk gets a probe slightly sooner, but somehow it hasn't worked out that way. He should have a tiny bit more money, in theory, though. At least that's what it should be. But for the moment, these two players, they are just, well, happily having a look at each other, getting a good little scout down. The scout for Ourk is really nice, actually. He's got full information on what's happening. Meanwhile, the scout for, well, no scout at all for BabyKnight. BabyKnight is confident in what is going on here. He's just like, nope, it is all okay. I'm not scouting. I'm just going to build stuff because that is the way I roll. Also, very concerned about his buildings going unpowered, so actually builds 3 pylons to power just 2 buildings, because that's just the way BabyKnight rolls as well. Meanwhile, Ourk, he's a bit more happy with his pylons. He's just like, I like to spread out, like take up my entire environment, and that's a good way of doing it too. But of course, this is like, you're never going to get an Artaeus pylon ever, which is always good fun. Anyway, Ourk here, he's like, I'm going to hold the watchtower, I'm going to deny all that scouting. Still no scout out from BabyKnight, who is just so bold. Ourk, meanwhile, getting his robotic facility down. The 2 more gateways being added on here by BabyKnight. So BabyKnight, I'm really feeling like he wants to do something techy. Now, seeing 2 gateways added on, no robo like we've got from Ourk, but yeah, we're still on the 2 gas. That's saying to me, Twilight Council, straight into Blink. Whether we're going to see that, we'll wait and see, but obviously we'll need to go down fairly soon. There's the Twilight Council, so yep, almost certainly going to be some Blink play. This Stalker placement from Ourk, let's talk about this for a little bit. It's absolutely amazing, because he has now got full vision of every way into his base. He's got this watchtower, which is of course giving him so much information. He's got this area. Well, there's nowhere else that your enemy can come at you, bro. So he's got full vision, he's completely aware of what he's got to deal with, and that is fantastic. BabyKnight also pushing forward, he's denying any scouts. This is basically just keeping the fact whether he's got a Nexus down hidden from Ourk. So even if Ourk was positioned down here, he would not be able to see that area, which is very important. Obviously, the Twilight Council about to finish up, an observer on his way out for Ourk. Obviously, we should see Blink started really quite soon. Hopefully, there we go. So Blink starting up. We meanwhile do have a robotic facility coming down. That's for the observer. Also, just to give like vision of the high ground for the Blink up. 2 sentries sitting there. Ourk taking his expansion. He's got this observer coming over. This observer going to be absolutely critical for the time being, because obviously this is going to allow him to come in, see there's no nexus. Also see the, well, the Blink coming down. We do have this pylon up here at the moment. We've got a sentry up. This pylon really going to be important in terms of the resupply. It is quite a long way away, though. He might try and get some pylons coming down in this sort of area, depending on how bold he's feeling, because, of course, the Stalker, where has that Stalker gone? It's been pulled back to be a more defensive position, so rather than coming down here. Anyway, at the time being, what have we got? Well, we've got Blink halfway done. We've got the Observer coming out. The important thing, though, is a double Immortal queued up, one Immortal nearly finished. That's going to really, really help deal with the Stalkers. Even with Blink, Stalkers don't engage well against Immortals, just purely because of the fact that, well, they've got so much going on. And, well, just taking a quick look around, obviously, well, what we got? We've got this push moving out. Blink is nearly finished at about 115 of 140, and that basically means that once this forward pylon comes down, which should be about here by the looks of things, this is going to be really, really hard to hold. The Nexus is going to finish before the push hits. The Watchtower is held, though, so Ourk is now fully aware of what he's going to do. Is he going to cancel this, or is he going to allow it to finish? It would appear he's going to let it finish, but I'm not sure that was the right move, because he's just got to hold off this push, and there's a lot of units here. BabyKnight could be in a very, very strong position indeed, and obviously this pylon is able to go down. We've got reinforcing Stalkers on their way in. We do have, though, the second Immortal out, and it looks like Ourk, in a bold move, just pushing forward. He is just going to try and deny this while he can. He's got two Stalkers, two sentries against the one sentry of BabyKnight. The Observer is here, though, for BabyKnight, so there goes the Blink up. These Stalkers are in the main base. They are going to be starting doing damage. They're going to pick up a pylon that will supply block Ourk. That is incredibly irritating. But of course, these Immortals, they are just sitting there chilling. And obviously, once we see this third Immortal come out, that is going to be a lot of power. But this natural base could be where the threat is. Ourk is just happily moving around. He needs to try and defend this base as best he can, because this is really where his advantage comes. He is one worker behind, and a single force field goes down. That is so frustrating. He's going to lose his natural. And of course, BabyKnight is taking his natural behind this. He's just decided that the natural falls right there for Ourk. That is going to be incredibly irritating to deal with. But looking up here, he's getting up his robotics base, taking up two Colossi. And, well, I've got some force fields coming down here, and that Stalker is not happy about that. That is just great micro right now. And, well, as you can see, BabyKnight, he's using that Observer very effectively, but of course, Ourk does have his own Observer up there, ready to pick off anything he may need. Looking around back of the bases, what else have we got coming down? Well, we've got an Immortal on the way out for BabyKnight. Now he's got more sentries on the way. He is happily just teching away. The Robo Bay, though, if it is allowed to finish and a Colossus comes out, that's going to be pretty strong. But of course, the problem for Ourk is he's now going to be a base down for a long time. He's really heavily contained. He's going to struggle to deal with this, especially with the sentry there, because the force field could just go down, bang in the middle. Not enough energy, though, for that force field. The sentry gets picked off, and Ourk is pushing forward now in a really good place. He's got three Immortals, obviously, there. They are going to absolutely wreck those Stalkers. As you can see, one kill, only one kill on them, surprisingly, but need to be careful engaging in chokes like that, because obviously Blink Stalkers can just pick off a Stalker and then blink away, and that will cause some problems. But here we go, we've got more Warpins coming in for the time being. BabyKnight getting up his second Immortal now as well, so that's all good. Meanwhile, here comes the engagement, a good blink forward, great damage being done. The Immortal's getting focused down, one falls, the second one goes as well, and this is looking like it's going to be a BabyKnight win straight away. All three Immortals fall, and that is pretty much it, guys. There is no way to come back from that. There's no reinforcements coming in, there's no more Immortals coming down from Ourk, so there is the game. And BabyKnight in a really convincing play there. Ourk just overextended himself moving out there. I don't really know why he did that. He wanted to pick off the pylon, but it was just a risky move. But anyway, if you did enjoy, guys, please subscribe. I get new games up daily. Leave a cool comment and like the video, and yeah, I'll catch you tomorrow for yet another new game. And obviously follow me on Twitter, which is up on screen now, just so you can get all the latest information about what I'm doing, what events, etc. Anyway, catch you soon. Bye.